You guys have a lot of faith in the noobs tonight. I've never seen this much of one-sided action before, but we're about 10 minutes away from the drop of the puck here on the SPL network of our second of 3 matches. Starting here at 9:15, we got the New Jersey Noobs taking on the Delmarva Dandy Skaters, and then after that, we have the Delmarva Dandy Skaters finishing off their doubleheader here tonight against the Armada. I'm not even gonna acknowledge the location from the team because it's a tongue twister. I can't say it. It's weird. I'm gonna look it up. I'll be back.
Annapolis.
The Annapolis Armada. We'll make our way through this one. It might not be the most professional thing you've seen in your life, but it will be a slapshot stream, and I can promise you that much. It's 9:05 here on the East Coast of America, and we're going to be looking to have a good night of slapshot. Of course, if you're not entirely familiar with how SPL is structured, from our main structure, we have one division that's not visualized here, and that's our Western Division. It has 11 teams in it. It's its own fixture where we have our Western audience more, brought forth. We can play on West servers over there. All of these games are going to be played on the Eastern servers. So you got our Pro Division, our Challenger Division, Intermediate, and so on and so forth. That's all our main structure. If you are number 1 in Pro, you finish the 8-team playoff tree, and you're the final man. All 4 of your players get crowns. Everybody gets the biggest pucks bundle. But to get there is a long and rocky road. You start off in the Open Division. We have 2 conferences. You play your own division once, sometimes twice with 11 teams. It's not always going to happen. You play 3 games a week. And if you're in the top 4 of either conference, you will have a chance to move up into the Intermediate Division, where there are 2 conferences of 7 teams. You play your own conference 2 times. You play outside your conference 1 time. And if you finish in the top 3 of either of those conferences, you get a chance to promote up into the Challenger Division, a bracket that will go more depth here after this all wraps up. And if you do make it into Challenger, there's 10 teams, 1 conference. Everybody plays everybody twice. You do a home and home with each team, getting you 18 games played on the season. We have a 6-week regular season. And then we go into a 2-week of postseason. See, promotional series and playoffs at the same time. But if you make it into the top 6 of Challenger, you have a chance to promote up into the Pro Division, where you play against the bottom 2 of Pro. And if you beat the Pro team, you make it into Pro the next season. If you don't, you stay in Challenger. There's not a whole lot of whoop-de-doo about it, but the top 8 of the Pro Division make it into a playoff tree. This was the Pro playoffs of last season amongst our best of the best. Of course, the Colorado Cobras going all the way. That's Team Panarin, if you're not entirely sure, captained by Rocky Bo. They made it all the way to the finals, where they took on the Miami Vice, but the Miami Vice, having Kyler, Meatsail, and Rodeo, ended up taking their 2nd consecutive trophy as the Miami Vice. They rebranded this season. They are now the Las Vegas Vandals, and only 2 players stayed with that team. That is Seppi, their substitute, and Rodeo, the captain. Kyler is on the West Virginia Orangutans, and the Meatsail is now with Panarin on the Colorado Cobras. But our Challenger Division is our main focus here tonight. This was the Pro promotional series that I was talking about before. If you're in the top of 6 of Challenger, you get a chance to go into Pro. All these are best of 3 series. If you're the final 2 in the bracket, you go up into Pro. If not, you stay in Challenger. And then, of course, it's the same bracket for Intermediate going up into Challenger. But we split them up because, there's conferences, trying to make it more even. But that's pretty much it. We got 2 Challenger games. We're going to see them through. First, we got the New Jersey Noobs, our 2nd seed. They're undefeated so far in the season, having 10 standing points. If they win tonight, they claim first place over the Pittsburgh Vipers. But if they don't, they remain tied with the Pittsburgh Vipers, and the Delmarva Dandy Skaters lock up a 4-way tie with the Midwest Monarchs, the North York Renegades, the Salt Lake City Stampede, along with themselves. They have a chance for 4 points here tonight. They're looking to lock up at least 2. One's against a winless team, and one's against the undefeated team. I think we all know how it's going to go through. All of you guys betting have your say, and you've all put your money on the Noobs, except like 2 of you. So some of you might want to bet the odds, some of you might not. It's up to you to do. I'm not your dad. What do you want? You want like legal advice? I don't have any of that here. But it's going to be a good one if you're not familiar with either roster out there that's going to be playing. For the Delmarva Dandy Skaters, we have the staff member, Less Than Dennis, the former league admin, Blades. We also have N, the former Arizona Outlaws captain, and then Crusade, the former pro. And for the New Jersey Noobs, we have Brutal, X, and I Love Fat Chicks. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable saying that, but yeah. Lemon Bun's here for investing advice. Don't do cryptocurrency. That's all I can say to you. The only thing I've ever invested in was Dogecoin, and that was after it peaked because I didn't know about it. I thought it was funny, but you know, here I am, not the best. It's still going up? All right. Thank goodness, because I put all 4 of my dollars into that. Instead of getting McDonald's one night, I said, you know what, we're getting some Dogecoin, and that's what I did. I think it was like back in December, last December, and I haven't even touched it since. And crypto's good if you're careful. All right, like I said, I'm not here for investing advice, and that's for good reason. But these two teams are going to be out there on the ice for the Challenger Division. I don't know investments. I know Slapshot, so I'm going to focus on Slapshot here tonight. And this is now a crypto stream. Yeah, let's try to not do that. And yeah. Welcome to the Crypto Network. I'm Darth. I'm going to be your host here tonight, your commentator, and everything else you see on the screens made by me. Here's the pro standings. Previously tonight, we had the Orlando Otters take on the Los Angeles Comets. The Otters came out on top. They now have 6 points on the standings as they had a regulation win. They move up and past the Yosemite Grizzlies for that 7th place on the standings up in pro. And then tonight, our Challenger Division. Here are the current standings that we saw before. The Noobs right now undefeated. The Armada without a win. But of course, Armada looking to turn themselves around as they move on later tonight. Here's the roster for that matchup. Of course, Delmarva staying the same, and then the Armada having Cheese, Bigsby, Echo, and MVM. Bigsby, most known for his play with the Atlanta Terror 2 seasons ago. Then last season, he was on the Maryland Ice Orcas, which were in pro. So he does have pro experience. He knows how to play against these guys. I dropped a buttload of frames, and I think we're back now. Yeah. How do I get into commentating? I've been told I have the voice for it. If you'd like to join any of SPL's open avenues, down below there's a link to our careers page where we have all of our available slots in SPL's staff. Whatever you feel like suits your fancy. If you write articles, there's a spot for that. If you do casting, there's a spot for that. Or if you do data entry, there's a spot for that. I can't promise you'll get in, but I promise your application will get read at some point. Yeah, we got a long, not the longest evening of my life. It's only 2 hours of Slapshot. We started with the Los Angeles Comets and the Orlando Otters. Otters having Panther on their team. It made his season debut coming back from Season 2 of SPL. He played in the Pro Division for the Toronto Penguins, and now he's in the Pro Division for the Orlando Otters. Otters came out with a huge victory earlier on today. If you want to go back and look at that one, it's in the VOD that you're watching currently. And then, as we're looking to cap off the night here in the Challenger Division, New Jersey Noobs, Delmarva, Dandy Skaters. Dandy Skaters having a doubleheader here tonight. They might have had a tripleheader, but I'm not entirely sure. But right now, both teams out on the ice, warming up, making sure their sticks are hot, ready to go as we get ready to get this one down on the ice and get this one ready to rock and ready to roll. What do the predictions look like? I'm actually curious what the odds are for this game. And it's much more even. Much more even. 1-3 odds, it looks like. J Bizzle having full faith in the Noobs, putting 10 grand down on the Noobs. That makes 10 out of the 11 grand. Man. I'd take the odds. If you got 10 channel points, throw it on the Dandy Skaters. Let's see what happens. And of course, again, I'm not here for investing advice. As you've heard, like, prior, I'm not the best at that. But we'll just have to wait and see what this evening has in store for us here on the SPL Network. Of course, if you're not familiar with all this, you know, here's the overview of the divisions again. We're going to be looking at the Challenger Division. We'll see how this one goes. Thank you for the gifted sub, Irvion. Thank you for the bits, Irvion, as well. 69 bits. That's my favorite number to see. That's pretty nice. Of course, if you don't know this Irvion, his name's Irv. There you go. That's really all you need to know about him. His mom makes really good meatloaf. Take that as you will. It's made with meat and loaf. Secret ingredients, the loaf. I don't think I was supposed to say that out loud, though. But as the lobby starts to fill, getting more in depth with the history these two teams have had, it's not a whole lot, gotta be said. You know, they've played each other 4 times in the past. New Jersey Noobs coming out with 3 wins, Delmarva with the 1. Last time they played was back on September 14th. Noobs came out with a 9-7 victory. Before that, it was August 19th. Noobs came out with a 7-4 victory. And if you go back to their second matchup, back in the intermediate division, back in, I believe that's July 13th, the New Jersey Noobs finally found themselves a defeat against the Delmarva Dandy Skaters. That was a 6-7 differential. And of course, back then, the Delmarva Dandy Skaters had Dr. Samurai Jugi in blue on their roster. The only remaining common factor is Less Than Dennis that had 2 goals that night, and he contributed in a big way there. But of course, the first time these two teams matched up was back on June 14th, all the way back in, I think it was season number 2 in the Baguette Conference of the Intermediate Division. Less Than Dennis and Papa Shields both tallied into the back of the net. New Jersey Noobs, of course, Brutal had 6 goals. I Love Fat Chicks with 2, and X had 1. New Jersey Noobs back then had a 9-3 victory over the Delmarva Dandy Skaters, so 3-1 odds are pretty good. If you're looking down on the ice, of course, I Love Fat Chicks in the building, as well as Crusade, Less Than Dennis, X, and Blades, Brutal. Everybody's here. Everybody's ready to rock around the house tonight. Got 7 players on the rosters. We got 7 players in the lobby. 8 if you count me. But I'm not going to be playing. I'm not going to be playing here tonight. Don't quote me on that, Herb. I swear. I'll walk to your house. Don't tempt me. Slap coin to the moon. But our home team for tonight are the New Jersey Noobs, so they're going to be in the red jerseys on the right side of your screen. Then on the left side, we have the Delmarva Dandy Skaters. They're going to be in the blue. On the left side, attacking to the right, looks like our starting lineup for the New Jersey Noobs are going to be the usual 3. Then for the Delmarva Dandy Skaters, they're throwing me curveballs. I'm seeing 2 letters on the screen, one of those being X, the other one being N. I'm going to go through a conniption fit by the end of this, but you guys will at least get to enjoy it while it happens. Looks like Less Than Dennis is going to be sitting on the bench to start us off here for the Delmarva Dandy Skaters. Crusade and Blade's going to be out there on the ice. The starting 3 for the boys in orange here tonight, or should I say the boys in blue, as that'll be their jersey color. We do not have the color mod working currently, as we're still working out the kinks on that, but we'll have that back in action at some point in time. It might not be anytime soon, but at some point in the future, we'll get that one going yet again. Stop quoting me on that. I swear. I got a lot of houses to walk to after this one. Coming up to Canada to see you, Lemon Bond. All right, well, it looks like all 6 parties are ready to rock, ready to roll. We're taking this one down to the ice for 15 minutes of slap shot between these 2 teams as we get this one underway. 3 periods, 5 minutes each, and the last man standing goes home with the biscuit. Puck is dropped, the game is on. New Jersey Noobs on the right side of your screen, Delmarva on the left. And this first period has begun. Down the near side, and end with a shot. Nice block there by Fat Chicks. Brought out to Crusade. Crusade here off the back end. At Fat Chicks down the near side board. Stopped up by Crusade yet again. Fat Chicks looking to whip this one back over to Brutal. Brutal down towards the near side boards. The captain of the New Jersey Noobs taking his time. Whips this one top side. Finding its way off of X over to Fat Chicks off the forehand. Looking to rip it, but not able to find the chip. Scores! X off the shot from the slot. And we have ourselves a 1-0 lead for the New Jersey Noobs. Good pickup off the backhand of Blades. And with 23 seconds elapsing into this first period of action, we've already found our first goal. X looking to pick off the pocket of Crusade. And down the near side boards goes off. X over to Crusade. Crusade down the near side, trying to pull this one back for his own defensive side. X off the backhand, trying to take this one back out. Nice shot, goes off the far side and wide. Brutal trying to push that one forward northways. Blades off the backhand, goes off the backhand. Stopped up. Here's Fat Chicks out at the far side. Point forehand shot off the hands of Blades. And that one's ricocheted off to the near side and wide. And goes off the far side boards. Crusade trying to drive that one northways. Goes off the backhand. Slapped away by Brutal. Goes off X into the hands of Fat Chicks. Fat Chicks top side. Looking for this forehand pass down the near side. Brutal picking up. Dumps this one down past Blades. Goes off X. Forehand shot down behind the enemy cage. And tending the net. Awarded the save in the process. X trying to hound N for the puck. Goes off Fat Chicks backhand. Slapped away by Crusade. Now it's turned away by Brutal. Brutal X shot scores! And it's 2-0 in the first. 3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. And what a feed by Brutal, and what an absolute monster of a shot by X. Blades getting this one topside down to the offensive zone. Fat Chicks down towards the near side. Crusade trying to push this one back, but Brutal takes this one across the grain over to Fat Chicks. Fat Chicks off the back end. Shot off the near side and wide. X looking to pull this one off his hip. Stopped up by Crusade. X down low, taking this one off the tip of the stick. Down behind enemy lines, looking to do God's work. Backhand shooting. Nice save there by Blades. Blades out the other way, down center avenue, off the backhand, stopped up by Brutal. Brutal here with possession, goes off of N. N driving on northways, goes off of X, back on the defensive end. N off the forehand, backhand, stopped up by Fat Chicks, brought down towards the near side, looking to whip this one along the glass, perhaps. Fat Chicks in trouble, gets this one peeled off the boards towards the netting, goes off the tip of the stick of X back at the shot. Nice save there by Blades. X northways, goes off Blades, over to Crusade. Crusade off the backside of his own cage. Brutal pulls this one away off the back end. Fat Chicks point, not able to get that one released. So that one's down in the corner. Crusade pulls it away for the boys in blue off the near side glass, and that one's dumped out of his own defensive end. 2:48 remaining, and it's 2-0 for the Noobs. Down the near side, and stopped up by Brutal, forehanding this one back over to Fat Chicks. Fat Chicks down towards the near side. Off the backhand, pass over to Brutal. Brutal with a shot off the near side cage, and that one remains by the wayside. Crusade looking to take refuge towards the top side of the ice, looking for that passing lane off the forehand, backhand, gets a little bit of elbow room. Brutal off of X, shot down, but off the far side and wide. Brutal pulls this one back away. Blades able to keep that one down low in the corner. X off the backhand, shooting, hits the post, and that one goes off the near side. That one does not pass go and does not collect $200. We remain with a 2-0 game, and with 2:09 on the clock in the first, it's a close one. Brutal off the backhand, down in his own corner. Blades eyeing him up like a donut on a Tuesday morning. Blades out of the zone, goes off of Crusade. Crusade off the backhand, stopped up by Fat Chicks. Brutal for the boys in red, topside over to Fat Chicks, stopped up by Crusade. Crusade here, back for the Delmarva Dandy Skaters, goes off the hip of Fat Chicks. Crusade keeps possession, trying to take this one down towards the near side. Good can opener there by Fat Chicks, down towards the near side, trying to pull this one away for the Noobs, but Crusade respectively for the Dandy Skaters. X off the hip, off the tip of the stick of N, and down the full 200. 138 remaining in the first, and it's still 2-0. Brutal back in, out of the slot, not quite able to send that one on target for Fat Chicks. Blades knocked away from the puck. Fat Chicks trying to make the most. Shot off the near side, inside one crease, inside one side of the crease and outside of the other. Fat Chicks knocked loose, goes off and over to Crusade. Crusade forehand back in, dekes out Brutal, but Brutal able to stop on a dime. Shot off the far side by Crusade, and that one not rewarded. Fat Chicks looking to return this one down the near side boards, not able to take that one off the curve. And Blades from the point, shot saved there by Brutal. And we play on. Down the near side, goes off Crusade. Crusade looking to dance his way down the near side. Blades out in front, just past the stick of N. Brutal clogs up the lane along the top side boards. The battle continues, goes off of Brutal, goes off Crusade. X trying to get involved. Crusade with an opportunity. Dances, not able to get past X. Crusade back in the pocket, goes off Brutal. Brutal here with a shot, shooting, scores, and he makes it 3-0. 49 seconds remaining here in the first period of action. A Brutal absolute thief makes it 3-0. And able to lob this one northways. Fat Chicks back behind his own cage, down towards the near side. Crusade picks the pocket, goes off. X over to Blades. Blades here in the neutral zone, off the near side board. Stopped up by X, knocked loose. Brutal shoot, scores! And he makes it 4-0 for the New Jersey Noobs. 36 remains, and the difference is now 4. Brutal looking to take this one along the top side boards, and they're trying to clog up the far side board. Crusade up against X. X with beautiful physicality, able to save that one away as the shot was released. We have not seen a goal. Prosper, Blades, topside, Crusade at the point, stopped up by Fat Chicks for the time being. Good dangle, but X there able to knock that one free into the corner. Fat Chicks, brutal, back behind his own cage, topside out to Fat Chicks. Fat Chicks has to come back for that one. Keeps this one going north with 10 seconds remaining. Goes off of N over to X. X trying to drive down the near side boards, goes off the back and stopped up by Crusade. Crusade from the hip to the forehand. X stopping this one up, and that's going to do it. That's the end of the first period of action. New Jersey Noobs right now in the lead 4-0 over the Delmarva Dandy Skaters. New Jersey just having the better side of the majority of stats. The neutral zone game in favor of Delmarva. They have the better takeaway game, but 2 posts hit for the Noobs. They could have made it 6-0, but here we are with the stats we have before us. But less than Dennis coming into the game and going to be sitting on the bench. We're taking this one down to the guys for this secondary period of play. Out of our 15, we have 10 remaining, and the puck is dropped and the game is on. Lobbed down by Dennis. The Blades shooting off the near side. That one goes by the wayside as Crusade tries to take this one from the point. Fat Chicks goes off Blades out to Dennis. Dennis looking to take this one topside from the boards. Goes off Brutal. Brutal looking to take this one along the far side. Not able to find his way through the traffic cleanly. Dennis, Blades, stopped up by Fat Chicks. Fat Chicks out the other way off the back end. Dumps this one down and in. Here's X off the back end. Stopped up by Crusade. Crusade off the forehand. Knocks that one loose. Goes off Brutal. Goes off Blades. The battle along the far side boards goes in favor of the Noobs as this one's sent down into the Delmarva zone. Here's Dennis down towards the near side. Off the back end of X. Dennis forced to retreat this one back behind his own cage. Dennis from the backhand. Past the Blades. Goes off the hip over towards Crusade. Crusade off the backhand. Throws it on target. Fat Chicks there with a beautiful save. Keeps the score the same. Brutal there. Clocked that one up at the point. Able to get this one going northways for the Noobs off the forehand. Shooting it off the near side and wide. Fat Chicks from the backhand. Down low in the offensive zone. Stopped up by Blades for the time being. Fat Chicks. Off the backhand, pass over to Brutal, goes off of Fat Chicks yet again, forehand opportunity from the hip, not able to swing that one in. Beautiful defense there by the Delmarva's defense. Goes off X on that dump down attempt by Dennis. Dennis able to retrieve this one back into his own pocket as he takes this one down towards the near side. Goes off X. X here looking for that wraparound shot, not able to get that one past Crusade. Now it's lobbed down to the near side and free. Blades down the near side, just trying to hold W and get through the traffic. Brutal there, helping him along the way as he takes this one south. Back into his own cage. Goes off Dennis. Shot off the far side and wide from Dennis's point attempt. Fat Chicks across the grain looking to get this one down and in. Goes off Crusade back down the other way. Fat Chicks along the near side boards looking to bring this one out of his own defensive end. Crusade there to meet and greet. That one goes off the pass intended for Blade. Shooting this one off the near side. Brutal almost able to send that one packing. Dennis down in the corner mucking that one up. Goes off Crusade from the hip to the forehand out of the zone into the neutral zone. Shot off the far side. X almost able to pop one in from the red. Crusade down the near side. Shot on target. Stopped up by X. Dennis, Blades, down the near side. Off the back end. Looking for that shot out in front. Goes off the tip of the stick of X. X trying to bring this one down the near side. Trying to get a shot attempt off. But Crusade there keeping pace with him stride for stride. Crusade off of Brutal. Brought down low. X trying to battle against Crusade. Blades trying to get back to help his defense out in front. Nice save there by Dennis. And he keeps this one a 4-0 game. Dennis off the back end. Stopped up by Brutal. Brutal along the top side point. Stopped up by Crusade on that shot attempt. Blades back behind his own cage, looking to tame up on the 3 position as this one's sent over to Crusade and down even farther into the offensive zone. Here's Dennis down towards the back end, looking to bring this one off for a little shimmy along the top side, but not able to beat out Fat Chicks as Fat Chicks down the near side, stopped up by Brutal. Brutal off the forehand towards the top side from the point. Crusade pulls it away. Off the back end, down to the near side. Here's Blades trying to pull this one out in front, almost able to hit Dennis on the curve, but not quite able to pocket that one in stride. Crusade receiving this from Dennis. Off the forehand, goes off Brutal to the top side. The race is on. Fat Chicks wins that one back behind the cage. 2:06 remaining in the second, and we've just begun. Crusade lobs it back over to Dennis. Dennis here off the back end, throws this one over to Blades. Takes it off the face to the curve. X not making life easy down low for the boys in blue as Blades takes this one back off the backhand. Trying to pull this one back into the pocket of Dennis. Able to do so successfully across the green. Not able to find Crusade waiting in the pocket. And we remain 4-0. Brutal. Topside boards, out of the zone, goes off Dennis. Dennis off the back end, tries to go northways, tries to beat out Brutal. Brutal coming out with an opportunity on his stick. Shooting! And a save by Dennis. Able to get that one out of the defensive end. So we find this way down to the near side. Fat Chicks able to beat Dennis. Goes off the back end, stopped up by Dennis. Crusade here with possession. Takes this one in front of his own cage. Off the forehand back end. Goes down center avenue. Tries to run the gauntlet, but finds only a little bobble to make it. Nice stop there by Crusade. Panhandles that one into the boards. Crusade off the hip to X. X along the far side, able to pop that one off the back end over to Fat Chicks. Fat Chicks over to Brutal. Brutal off the point. Shooting. Nice stop there by Dennis. Dennis off the side of his own cage, finds his way off Crusade. Here's X for the New Jersey Noobs. Throws this one on target, stopped up by Crusade at his own blue line. Fat Chicks along the top side boards, wins that one back over to X. X with 1 minute remaining. Shot, long distance. Crusade returns it. Shooting, it's opposed. Dennis scores! And it's 1-4. Delmarva able to make the most of that opportunity. X almost back in time, but we'll have to go to a video replay on that one. 55 seconds remaining in the second, and it's 4-1. Fat Chicks deep in their own defensive end towards the top side of the ice, stopped up by less than Dennis out at the defensive blue line for the New Jersey Noobs. Brutal, top side, goes off Dennis. Dennis off the back end, tries to get this one going northways as Brutal meets him in the defensive corner for New Jersey. Delmarva looks to bring this one back into their own defensive end. Blades goes off Dennis, goes off X. 30 seconds remaining, finding his way towards Brutal, but Dennis there snaps that one away quickly. Goes off of Fat Chicks, X, and then down into Delmarva's defensive end. Blades slapped away. X with demanding power in the offensive zone. Takes this one off the backhand, stopped up, looking for that shot. Shoots, scores! He runs the gauntlet. Holy cow, and he scores a hat trick. An absolute beamer. You can smell the smoke still sizzling off the air from that shot. An absolute rocket in the pocket with 18 seconds remaining. It's 5-1. Dennis along the top side, looking to bring this one back out with a little bit of revenge, but not quite able to beat out the traffic. Blades, top side, finds Crusade, shooting this one into the far side corner. Dennis here looking to complete this cycle, forehand back into his own defensive end, and that is the end of the second. It's 5-1, New Jersey in the lead. Do you think the New Jersey Noobs need a substitution? Possession time's incredibly even. Coming out of last period, it was more of a 30-second difference. Now it's only down to 3 seconds of possession time apart. Well, we're taking it down for the third and final period of action between these two teams. 1-5 is the score. Delmarva on the left, New Jersey on the right. And ends back on the ice and spot of Blades. The puck is dropped, the game is on. And we party on Wayne. Crusade stomped up by X. X with a shot, hits the far side post, and that one goes wide. N able to take this one towards Dennis, but not able to make a connection there. Fat Chicks behind their own goal line, looks towards the top side of the ice, able to beat out Crusade. Crusade able to get that stick wedged back in there, out in front. Nice stop there by Brutal. Brutal intended for X, shot off the near side cage. Dennis had nothing but opportunity knocking on his doorstep, and somehow he found a trick rather than a treat. Fat Chicks down low off the back end, forehand, looking down towards the near side of the ice. Able to pop this one back over to Brutal. Brutal here off the back end, shooting off towards the top side, but not able to make that one count. Less than Dennis along the top side boards here, the captain of the Delmarva Dandy Skaters. Stolen away by Brutal, but not quite able to send that one on the side of the barn. N, X, doing battle. The battle of the alphabet down behind the Delmarva goal line. As N takes charge, takes this one off the back end, finds his way past Dennis into the far side point. Brutal able to get a shot off, but Dennis with a beautiful block of his own. Fat Chicks taking this one off the hip of Crusade, able to pop this one back into the neutral zone. Here's less than Dennis off of Brutal. Brutal out in front. Nobody in a red jersey to send that one packing. N, X down the near side. Goes off of Dennis back over to N. The battle continues along the near side. Popped off and almost on target. Brutal was hoping for one rather than what we got there. Dennis off the back end, down center lane, goes over to Fat Chicks, and there tries to get a little bit physical, but not quite able to pull that one back into their own possession. Fat Chicks back into the neutral zone. X trying to get this one going north, goes off Crusade, off of Fat Chicks, and with a shot, or X with a shot, but that one rings off the post, and that one does not go home a happy camper. Brutal into the corner from the forehand, stopped up by N. Crusade in hot pursuit of this one, stopped up by X. X down low, trying to bring this one back for the New Jersey Noobs. And with a shot, scores! And it's 2-5. 3:08 remaining in the third. And what a shot from his own blue line, able to find its way through the uprights on a 35-yard field goal is good. Fat Chicks down into the corner, looking to bring this one down to the near side. With 3 minutes remaining in the third, Fat Chicks off the backhand. Towards the top side, bank pass over to Brutal. Brutal here off the back end, looking down towards the near side. X here picking this one up off the hip, and there's this one back into their own defensive end. X with a shot opportunity, almost able to make that third wraparound of the night, but not able to get past the Delmarva defense. 2-5 is our score here in the third period of action. Delmarva right now looking to get back 3 goals. And force an overtime perhaps, maybe even get in regulation. Who's to say? Brutal with a shot off the far side. Crusade back in his own corner, looking down towards the near side, only finding N with a passing lane. Fakes out Brutal, goes past over to X. Nice shot, but blocked away at the blue line. X along the top side, trying to pull it away. Crusade with a shot. Nice stop there by Fat Chicks. Fat Chicks off of N. Takes it off the back end, goes off Brutal, or Dennis there trying to crash that crease, but not able to find the puck on his stick. Someone goes off the forehand, back over to Crusade. Crusade against Brutal. Brutal with a nice stick check goes over to X. X not quite able to keep that one calm and collected as he fights loose down the near side, goes off of Fat Chicks into the offensive zone, throws this one topside off the boards. Brutal shooting off the post over to Dennis. Dennis there controlling that one beautifully off the hip to the backhand. Finding his way to Crusade, he'll pop that one out even farther. Goes off of X, goes off Crusade. Fat Chicks down low for the boys in red, goes off of N down the near side, trying to pull this one away, not able to get enough muscle past X. Nice shot by Brutal. Back in time to make that save. N down the near side board, stopped up by Brutal, sent over to Fat Chicks. Fat Chicks off the back end, throws this one down the ice. X shoots, he scars, and he makes it 6-2. Beautiful feed by Fat Chicks. A cherry picked off the tree, and I don't know if that was an intentional goal steal. But X walks away with the goal on his stat card. 134 remains, and it's 6-2, New Jersey. Good save there by Dennis. Down the near side, goes off Brutal, goes off Dennis. Forehand out of the zone, goes off of X into the hands of Fat Chicks. Fat Chicks off the back end. Trying to push this one against the grain, and finds his way down the near side, goes off of X and out of the zone with 1:16 remaining here in the third. Crusade looking to pick this one up for Delmarva. Down the near side, goes off X. X looking for that shot. Crusade there pulls that one off with a nice save of his own. Crusade off of Brutal. Brutal over to X, shooting. Nice save there by N. N knocks it loose, goes off Dennis with 1 minute remaining. Dennis will dump this one down for Delmarva. Fat Chicks off of Dennis. Dennis forehand chips it over to N over the stick, and he's not able to control that. Fat Chicks down the near side over to Brutal. Brutal here looking to reverse that one down low, goes off N. Crusade. Dennis is shooting over to Dennis, not able to pop that one in. It's free. Dennis shooting. Nice save there by Fat Chicks. X looking to bring this one down low, goes off of Brutal, goes off Crusade, shooting, hits the pipe and off the near side and wide. Fat Chicks out of the zone. X bringing this one down low with 30 remaining. Crusade stops him away. Topside boards. The battle continues between X and Crusade. Crusade forced to retreat this one back into his own corner as he tries to find his way over towards N. Crusade off the boards through Brutal. Able to bring this one back off the back end. 18 seconds remain. Rips this one off with a hook dump. Fat Chicks will throw this one over to Brutal. Brutal here off the back end. Forehand. Able to deke his way through. Goes off to the far side as X will battle against N. N wins that one away off the back end. Down the near side. 5 seconds remain. Brutal with a dump in. 3 seconds remain. N off of the far. And that is going to do it. That's the end of the ball game. And that's the end of the match. New Jersey Noobs at 2. And Delmarva at 2. Delmarva at 2. New Jersey at 6. And that's going to do it for that matchup. We're moving into the next one here pretty much immediately. At 9:30 was supposed to be the drop of the next puck, but we're doing this right now. I'll move into our next matchup, the Armada in the Dandy Skaters will be facing off here shortly. But we'll pull us into the next lobby, and we'll get this one going underway here shortly on the SPL Network. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Darth, and we'll be right back with the next one.